Hello YouTube, welcome back to the book club, and recently I read the book Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. This is a dystopian novel set in the old but futuristic world of 2023. So, Guy Montag was a fireman whose job it was to start fires. The system was simple. Everyone understood it. Books were for burning, along with the houses in which they were hidden. Guy Montag enjoyed his job, and he had been a fireman for 10 years. And he never questioned the pleasure of the midnight runs, nor the joy of watching pages consumed by the flames. Never questioned anything until he had met a 17-year-old girl who told him of a past when people were not afraid. Then he met a professor who told him of a future in which people could think. And Guy Montag suddenly realizes what he has to do. So, Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451 is an interesting dystopian novel about a world in which the government has taken almost full control over the world that he is living in. And so they burn books. Kind of the basis is if someone complains about it, if someone doesn't like it, burn it. People don't like this book, burn it. People don't like this movie, burn it. People don't like this system, burn it down, get rid of it. And so it's a very, very interesting and kind of worrying psychological mindset of a book. It's a really genius written. And so Guy Montag is this fireman, and his job is just to go around, find books, and burn them in the houses that they're in, and the people just get sent to jail. He never questions anyone, anything, like anyone else in the world. And in this story, no one questions what's happening or why it's happening. And it's honestly kind of frightening. But the thing about it is that if you think about it, it has a lot of connections between our world and this one. Because this book has never been closer to reality than right now. Because everything we're going through, all of the complaints, all the challenges to the government's power, and the way our world is, are really throwing things off. And over time, if we push the government too far, we could end up in a situation like this. And that's why I really want a lot of people to read this book, because it's a little bit outdated, and some of the words are a little bit hard to understand, but it's only about 180 pages. So it's pretty light reading. Some people might have read it in college, in high school, something like that, but often you won't understand it until you really understand what's going on in the world around you. So I really, I'm telling you all, if you've read this book, go back and read it. If you haven't, you should definitely read it, because it's very interesting, it's very fast-paced, and it's a little bit of a scary read. It'll put everyone out there and really make you rethink the way our world is today and some of the things people are doing wrong. And one of the big themes in this book is control over the people through this sort of, everything's very televised, very technicalized. And so there's this thing in his life called the Hound, and the Hound is a tool that every firehouse, every fireman uses. And so these are the hounds. They just hunt and kill something, and then they burn it. And so the Hound's about a bit, it doesn't really specify that well, but it's a bit bigger than a normal dog. It's all mechanical. It's got red eyes and this little prosthetic needle that injects some stuff into you, and then it kills you and burns your body. And so it's a really frightening, very scary thing in the book, which is used in a lot of symbolisms that you can find in this book. And so I just encourage anyone and everyone to go read this book, even if it's out of your comfort zone, even if you've never read anything like this. and you frankly don't want to, this book can connect so much more in your life and in this world to a strange fiction that we call fiction that's really gonna hit way closer to home than you think. And so that is Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451. Like always, keep reading. And if you're not a great reader, or if you don't like reading as much, I hope this channel helps you to get out there, because reading is fun, reading is exciting, and honestly, it's better to read than not. Thanks for watching. See you next time.